Hello my beautiful friends, it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar. I want to welcome you to this timeless pick a card reading where we look at the blessing your spirit guide will bring you in the next 2 weeks from the time that you watch this video. So if you are feeling drawn to this, check in with your intuition and choose a pile that you feel like is calling you. And once you've made that selection, you can go down into the timestamps in the description box and find your exact time where the message starts for you. So with that being said, take a moment, take a look, and I will see you in your reading. Hello my friends, so if you chose group number 1 with this beautiful butterfly, this is your reading. So let's see what blessing is coming in from your spirit guides over the next 2 weeks from the time that you watch this. Oh, that's beautiful. So first of all, we have the card Despair. Obviously, it's not going to be that there's despair coming into your life. It says, I need your divine intercession right now, O Great Spirit. Lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. And I feel, obviously, this is indicating that there is, a lifting of darkness from your soul and feeling more lighthearted. And that goes well with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles here, because to me, the Knight of Wands is feeling enthusiastic, is feeling driven. You might find that your energy levels are very much increased. And if you've been in a gloomy, doomy mood, I would definitely say that that mood is being lifted, especially for those of you watching. And I want to say also, like Nine of Pentacles can show financial gains or things going well financially. So I would say financial blessings are more likely for you guys in the next 2 weeks as well. And with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, it makes me feel like you could get excited about something in these next 2 weeks that could feel like you have a lot of enthusiasm towards some sort of special project or idea or business or work or something. And it's like the energy is there, the enthusiasm, the creativity is there. And you may find that what you're interested in these next few weeks, a topic that comes up, could have long-term potential in terms of finances. You know what I mean? As well. So there might be even something that you do on a whim in the next few weeks. Like maybe for some of you, it's like you'll buy a car on a whim, but actually it's a really good investment or something like that, you know? And we also have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. And for a lot of you, I want to say that like love is all around you. It's feeling like there's support. You may also find, like I said, where you're feeling despair or kind of hopeless about something, it's like that darkness lifts and you're starting to feel fresh and new. And think about it, it's a new moon, so a new stage of growth. And the Knight of Wands there, it's like there's this youthful energy. Another thing that we have is the Green Witch, and the Green Witch reveals limitless potential and opportunity beckoning. And like I said, together with that Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, makes me feel like there's some good opportunity and something with a lot of potential coming your way. So whether it's like a job opportunity that you see pop up and maybe you're looking for a job, and it's like, oh wow, I see that. I would definitely apply. Of course, if you're having business ideas or anything financial, like investments even, like I said, there's some sort of good opportunity. And this can also talk about not taking on too much at one time, but not, like underperforming either. So there's a good balance there. And like I said, I feel like your energy is going to be well as well. And of course, by the way, with the Green Witch, green might be a good color for you at this time to wear. It might bring in a good energy for you. It might make you extra lucky and sort of favored. There also can be the month of May involved here. So some of you might be born in the month of May. And some of you might start something at this time that in the next May, whenever that is from the time you watch this video, you will find that there will be a great success there as well. Between, I would say, Aquarius season and May. So, well, I guess the end of January to May of next year. And this is a very nice card because it really does signify spring and growth. So it makes me think of a lot of potential. You know what I mean? That's the season of beginnings. And I feel like you guys are really starting something over the next period of time, like 2 weeks. Spirit guides, tell me more about the blessings or spirit, you're bringing in for them over the next 2 weeks. Peace and harmony. Beautiful. And that's that, bring love into the situation. So I feel like maybe for some of you, you're surrounding yourself with more things that bring you joy rather than like what increase your despair. One thing I will say that for me is something, and this maybe is a special message for some of you, is it's not that I like to be a person who shies away from the negative, but sometimes I just find it better for my mental health if I focus on things that bring me joy rather than bring me annoyance. So, I try to tune out from, and maybe sometimes that means being selective with what I listen to, what I watch, what I ingest. You know what I mean? So some of you might be doing that, and it brings you a lot more happiness. We also have a man here. So for some of you, there's a man that could be quite influential over the next 2 weeks as well. If you have a relationship, it might be that there's peace and harmony with that person. We also have advice from a friend. So there might actually be a man that comes in with some advice, like a friend, or has somebody who has friendly intentions toward you. And I would definitely listen to that advice because I think it might be, something that's very good. And it may actually help you through a transition that's good. It says here, the most difficult part of a situation is over. So definitely look for like a heavenly guided man that might have advice that will help you. You know what I mean? And we also have younger man too. So that might also be a signifier. Maybe it's somebody younger than you. That this man is younger or something along that line. Also, if you do have a younger man in your life, maybe you have a son, maybe you have, a nephew that you want to impact or something like that too. Or maybe a younger friend. Some man might have advice in regards to that younger man as well. Or there might be some sort of resolution there. And any final messages here? Commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Beautiful. So yeah, something definitely good happening either in work or love. And for some of you, like with the man and that other stuff, bring love into the situation. If you have been having trouble in a relationship, I could totally see more excitement, more comfort, a lifting of those energies and sort of a renewal happening, right? And then, of course, like I said, maybe for some of you, this is more, we have rekindle, a reconnection to the past. So that's beautiful too, because you might find yourself rekindling to something from the past. And that doesn't always have to be like a love. It could be, like a lover or something like that, or a partner. It could just be about reconnecting with something that is from the past. Like maybe it's an old item that you used. Maybe it's an old television show that you used to watch, or a book that you loved, or something like that. And we also have a celebration is coming. So certainly you guys are going to be celebrating something like either a raise, a promotion, an opportunity. There's something good coming your way. So over the next 2 weeks. So I love it. You guys, I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you want to have more readings that are exclusive, you can join here as a member on the channel. But you can also get a personal reading with me on my Etsy, which is linked up in the description box. Take care and have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 2, this is your reading. So what blessing is your spirit guide sending over the next 2 weeks from the time that you watch this video? Oh, this is nice. We already have 2 great cards here, the World and the 10 of Wands. So that can be really success over challenges. The World is a card of success, of a whole new phase. So yeah, it feels like there's going to be some sort of success over something very difficult. Maybe a struggle of some kind that you've been dealing with. We also have travel. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. All be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Wow. So some of you might have the blessing of travel over the next 2 weeks. Maybe you're traveling somewhere or you're thinking about booking that trip or something too. Be bold and make the first move. For some of you, this might be actually a trip, the world, traveling. That could be very good for you. And for some of you as well, and this is, I guess, a specific message, so please don't hold this to, to yourself if it doesn't fit. But if some of you have been feeling a little bit like everyone's doing something but you, or it seems like everybody has stuff but you. Don't let that poison your dreams and your aspirations and your abilities. I feel like a lot of you over the next 2 weeks, the blessing may be that you'll realize that you have it within you to do the things that other people do. And maybe it's just about like working hard. Maybe you'll have to work harder than other people, but you can make it happen for yourself as well. And there may be that realization that comes through, that epiphany where you really understand, I can make it happen. I can travel. I can do whatever I want to do. And traveling, maybe it's not going to a foreign country. Maybe it's not going on a trip somewhere to like, you know, a beach location. For some of you, this might be just journeying through life. Like maybe you felt like your travel in life has been very hard and it seems like you rarely ever meet success. And for a lot of you, I feel like I said, this blessing over the next 2 weeks is that inspiration to succeed. And you may find that your hard work is actually rewarded, especially for some of you, if you've had these sort of jealous types, or it seems like you always have somebody after you, or it's like somebody undermines you, you may be offered an opportunity where such things, it's like you're traveling past this kind of era of your life, where you're getting out of this. Like, okay, I could say, well, honestly, I've been lucky with my career in many ways, but I would say that there were times in workplaces where I felt like I would always do like a lot of the hard work, but I wouldn't really succeed. I wouldn't really move forward. It would always be somebody else that was kind of chosen for that role. Not always. I mean, there were other times where the dynamics were different, so it didn't play out that way. But I've noticed when I'm in group situations, specifically at work, I do better with one-on-one, but I have Jupiter in my 7th house, that's why. So it's when it's a partnership, it tends to be a little bit more smoother than when it's a group thing for me. But anyway, but the point is that, you know, it seems like I would be that one who is sort of, you know, doing a lot or giving a lot of the responsibilities, but not really necessarily feeling like I'd reap the rewards of that. And so maybe for some of you, there's that, you know, kind of aspect to it. So let me see here what else comes up for you guys over the next 2 weeks. A spirit is bringing a blessing for them over the next 2 weeks. And what is that? There we go. Jealousy. Watch who you can trust with your personal secrets and plans. Spend time outdoors with nature to reconnect and replenish. Oh, that's interesting. The venomous witch. Okay. Yeah, there is something here with jealous people. Someone's behaving stupidly. Well, you might succeed over somebody who's jealous, actually, you guys. If you're having somebody who you know is jealous and is kind of out to get you, to be honest, you may overcome that person. Look at this. We have reconciliation and someone's leaving your life. So this tells me that there are 2 different pathways for you guys. For some of you, there might be a reconciliation to where the situation's resolved. Like maybe this person warms up to you. Maybe this person knocks it off or decides that this behavior isn't suiting, you know, them. But for some of you, there might be someone jealous or negative leaving your life. And maybe for some of you, sometimes you won't even know it. I've said this before, but I've done lemon uncrossing spells. And when I do lemon uncrossing spells, I'll often just kind of direct it towards the general, like anything that crosses my path, like get rid of it, like people, situations, whatever, right? I always kind of phrase it that way. And I'm telling you, every time I do it, people leave my life. Like suddenly they stop talking to me all of a sudden. I'm not joking, like every time. And then I'll find out later that somehow, usually that the person's a little bit like a kind of toxic, you know what I mean? Like maybe there is something going on with them. So, I always encourage, do those every once in a while, because then pay attention to who kind of pulls away from you. Because usually when that's potent in the next, I would say the few weeks following, like the month afterwards, pay attention to who, is like kind of, you know, distant or kind of maintains like some sort of distance, because then you'll know who to trust and who not to. Like I said, it works for me like a charm. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. Again, for some of you, it could be like really getting some good fortune over people like that. So it feels almost like you're having a conquest in some way in terms of overcoming a negative person. It might be even despite someone's like negative talk, it's like you succeed. And The other thing too, be bold and make the first move. If you are thinking about anything, but somebody's told you like, oh, well, you know what I mean? Like, say you're like, I want to open a business selling hot dogs. And, you know, you have a friend or somebody that you know that's kind of like, well, that's a horrible business. I have a cousin and and they lost all their money and they're bankrupt. You know what I mean? Like they tell you some kind of negative stuff. It's like, of course, that's like a very general kind of example, but whatever. You know, it's like, it seems to me like you could make the first move, but you're going to be successful and you're going to overcome it and you'll have actually more fortune than this. And this person's opinion doesn't matter type of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting. Okay. Very interesting message coming out here. Like I wasn't expecting. Oh, you have a new calling. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you may feel really inspired or called to do something over these next 2 weeks. And yeah, there may be naysayers and there may be people, but they're just jealous, okay? They're just jealous. That's a huge one for you guys. Don't let the jealous energy or the people that are like venomous because they've been bitter. That's like the worst. I had somebody I knew who was like that, very bitter about life and just always discouraging. And if I would have listened to any of her advice, I would have been completely not having the life I have now. Like not even close. Like I would just be miserable, probably like her. And so, you know, just, you know, be careful of those people, those energies, because a lot of times maybe they don't even do it consciously, but they do it subconsciously, but still it's just not good or healthy for us. So beautiful. I love this reading, you guys. I think you guys will have some great success ahead of you. And yeah, be bold and make that first move. Just do it. Don't let other people's negativity, even if it's not a specific person, maybe it's forums. Oh God. Sometimes I go on Reddit, researching something, and then all I see is just a bunch of negative stuff. And it's just like, oh man, you'd think like it's the worst idea ever. But then you know, you'll see good ones and then you're like, what is the truth here? Well, you find out because I think you'll be successful. So even if it's just making a decision such as buying a car or, you know, buying a house or moving somewhere, traveling somewhere, but it's something that's taking you forward. And a lot of people don't like when you go forward and they're not left behind, okay? Even if it's on little things, you know, like sending your kid to a different school or, I mean, it can come out in a myriad of ways. Like it's just so many different ways that it could come out, but you're going to be successful, okay? Anyway, lots of love to you guys. Take care. If you want more exclusive content, you can join my channel as a member and get some exclusive pick-a cards. You can also get a reading with me through my Etsy store, which is linked up in the description box. But you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my beautiful friends. So, group number 3, you've chosen this. And let's see, what is the blessing your spirit guides is sending you over the next 2 weeks. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the Strength card. We've also got You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo, the Eye of Newt Witch, and Work. I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. Well, beautiful. So work could have blessings. And that makes sense also with Virgo as well. You might find that your demeanor over the next 2 weeks is very sweet, very kind, very patient. Your patience could pay off in some way in a situation, by the way. And I want to say there's an encouraging message, comment. There's something good coming to you. With the Queen of Cups, this could show that there's a woman who is very, maybe a loving soul, a kind person who's looking out for your best interest over the next 2 weeks. So especially in the workplace as well, I don't know, maybe for some of you, it'll be you that's the Queen of Cups, or that energy, or there's somebody really looking out for you. I always think of the Strength card as soulmates and somebody who is a, you know, a good person for you. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's looking out for you, somebody who sees full potential. Because the Strength card, think about it, taming an animal, it's like you can't just expect it over a day. It's something that takes a long time, a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment. And there's something good in that realm. The Eye of Newt Witch is very interesting too, because this can talk about curses getting reversed. So if you felt like kind of cursed in some way, you might find that over the next 2 weeks, it feels like whatever that curse has been is being reversed. Now, the other thing I will say too is you may find that your spirit guides are working towards, kind of, I guess you might see some sort of karma get paid back to somebody in your life, okay? And as long as you're, especially if you've been kind and patient in a situation, and you've been calm, you've been nice, you've just focused on yourself, you know what I mean? I am going to say, like, for some of you, you may see strong evidence of karma being played out on somebody who wasn't very good to you or hasn't been very nice to you, okay? Now, of course, with the Eye of Newt Witch as well, is there can be reverse curses as well. So for some of you, you might find that if you were to do a spell like Return to Sender, it might be something, beneficial to you. You do what's comfortable to you. You don't have to do that. And again, I think, you'll feel called to it if you are, and if not, that's okay too. But yeah, I feel like Spirit will take care of it on its own though. So you don't even have to do that. But if you really want some extra oomph or whatever, you want to really call on it, you can do that. Let's see here. A blessing. Reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease of life. So there's a transformation happening over the next 2 weeks. And it may have actually long-lasting consequences as well with the Strength card. But consequences as in good consequences. You know what I mean? There is some sort of culmination happening because we have full moon in Virgo. So I traditionally, associate Virgo with like work as an example, and so on and so forth. And I would say, if you've really stuck to something and when you haven't lowered your standards, you're going to find, and that's another thing too, is for some of you, I want to say this message of like, maybe sometimes you lower your standards because you're insecure, but I really do feel like you shouldn't. And if you stand up for yourself and you kind of approach something in a different way with the confidence that you deserve to have, it's like you're going to see a totally different result. You know what I'm saying? Well, look at that. Happiness and well-being, you'll be taken care of in difficult times. Look at that. You definitely have such a strong spirit guide. You guys are totally connected, even if you don't know it, even if you're not consciously aware of who they are or what, what that spirit is. You're really taken care of. You have strong spiritual energy around you. And maybe, yeah, like I said, some of you are aware of it. But yeah, there's definitely, a higher spirit. Maybe it's a past loved one. Maybe it's, whatever it may be, who's really interested in your happiness and well-being and wants to take you through. And that's like they see the things, and God, your spirit guides, however you want to look at it, they see what people say about you, when you're not around. And there's that, knowledge. So even if you aren't aware of something, they'll take care of it. Do you know what I mean? So if someone's taken from your life, know that there's a purpose for it. There could be a purpose for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're strongly watched out after. Guaranteed success. Beautiful. So definitely some success over the next week. And there's some news coming your way. So there's some news of success is what's happening for you over the next 2 weeks. That's a blessing coming in. You're going to get some sort of news. This could come from a woman. And it really is affirming in some way. And I feel like it somehow puts you in a place where you're feeling totally different. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there could be a confirmation that somebody really admires you, or they're giving you an opportunity or something good there. We also have a flirtatious experience that could be happening over the next 2 weeks as well. And, creativity. Your creativity is flowing. Beautiful. So you might find that you are feeling more creative, and, it's like your spirit guides bringing you ideas via thought. That makes sense. Virgo ruled by Mercury as well. I want to say, yeah, you may find that you have a lot of inspired thoughts, a lot of inspired creativity that your spirit guides are trying to really feed into you, to help you succeed even more. And there might be a flirtatious experience that really lifts your spirit. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be anything big, but somebody telling you something nice. This wasn't a flirtatious experience, but the other day I went to Wendy's for lunch, and there's a young girl there, and she's just the sweetest girl. She's new, and she's young, young, and she's so like, she seems so nervous at her job because she's learning how to work the register and everything. And you know what she told me at the end of it? She was like, "You're so pretty." And I'm like, oh my God, I nearly died. I was like, oh my gosh, she said that? Oh my goodness. I was all excited. And it's so nice to hear something nice. And so, you know, maybe you'll hear something really nice over the next 2 weeks. It's going to just feel like a blessing. And for you, in this case, it might be more flirtatious. But sometimes it's like, it's nice to remember, hey, I got it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like that joke, like whenever you feel insecure, just go to the gas station and wait, some guy's gonna honk at you. But anyway, no, I think it'll be something sweet and genuine, and you're like, oh wow, you're flattered, you know? And even if you're, you know, I'm married, you know, like I don't need men to flirt with me, but every once in a while, you know, it's nice when someone, you know, says something nice to me, and I'll go tell my husband, I'll be like, oh my God, this guy said this, and he'll be like, see honey, you still got it. So it's nice, you know, it can be uplifting. It can give us confidence and that sort of thing. And we don't have to even act upon it. But yeah, beautiful. Work, like I said, receiving benefits. You might find that more money's coming in, more stuff good with the workplace, like I said. I do feel like that I feel like you have a strong spirit guide that's a woman. To be honest, for many of you, I shouldn't probably say it in such a general reading, but I think for a lot of you, there could be like a mother that's passed, or auntie, or sister, or grandmother, or some woman energy that is very much looking out after you. So with that being said, I wish you all lots of love. Take care of yourself. And if you want a personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy store. You can join here as a channel member as well to get some exclusive pick a card content, all timeless, so you can binge watch all you want. But anyway, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful friends. So you've chosen the last group here, group number 4. Very pretty, isn't it? Okay, so let's get started and see your blessing over the next 2 weeks. The 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Ooh, there's definitely some news coming in. If you've been waiting for something, it's coming. There might be something that you've been waiting for a while, and in particular in this deck, the 3 of Wands is kind of consistent with waiting and, you know, kind of seeing what to do next. So for a lot of you that feel stuck in a situation, or you're like, is this happening? Is it going to move forward? Is like, what's next? You're getting some sort of news that's going to help you move forward. So like, say, like maybe for instance, you've applied to some like programs or something like that, and you're like, but none of them have got back to me. I don't know what I choose. You might actually get news in regard to something that you've put something out for. Or for instance, like say you were promised, you know, like a job or an opportunity or something like that, and it's like suddenly it's moving forward. You might find that there's a lot of speed coming your way. We have nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. We have the thunder and lightning witch, and we also have divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we've prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. So this is very interesting, because I feel like here what we have is, well, first of all, lightning, the thunder and lightning witch. Okay, so this card says the thunder and lightning witch dispels a cloudburst of emotional tension. After the eruptions of a ferocious magnetic storm, the air is cleared and peace prevails. Negativity is removed. Like a bolt from the blue, a positive fresh start may come by surprise and be seized by you in the magic of the moment. Wow. Okay, so it's almost like you've lost hope in something, or you're not even sure. Like maybe you think something won't even happen, and then it, bam, there it comes. Like, because like who thinks they'll get struck by lightning, or that they'll see lightning before them? Nobody. And then it happens and they're like, what the heck? You know what I mean? And I feel like for a lot of you with this void of course moon, you might have felt like you missed an opportunity, or maybe there's no chance, or maybe you're kind of like not even trusting that something will come from it. And then suddenly the speed picks up and there you are. It's happening. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy I get. So it's like maybe if a project got put on hold, it's like somehow that project is starting to move again. And it's like maybe you were at some point where you're like, is this coming? Like it's been, you know, is it going to happen? I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it is. And it happens at the right time, you know? Everything happens for, you know, a deeper reason. And sometimes we just don't see it until later. Communication. A reunion could bring love or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. Ooh, a lucky win seems likely. So definitely play the lottery. Don't go crazy, but you know what I mean? Like, put your chances in, because you might be more lucky. That's like lightning strikes, only once. Isn't that what they say? Like, there's some kind of saying. And so, wow, you might find that you have a lucky win come your way. It's like there's something really shocking that comes in. Like, it feels like out of the blue. It feels like unique, and like, it's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you never thought. It's like you apply for something, like I said, maybe it's like you sign up for a giveaway or something, and you're like, yeah, nothing will come. I just fill it out because I go in there. I did that a lot at our local liquor store. They'll have like special giveaways for like bicycles and all kinds of stuff, right? And I think it was last summer, not this one, but the past one, I had applied. I would go in there every time my husband would get himself, a pack of beer for the weekend or something, or some sangria. Sorry, I apologize. My camera battery died. I guess it was like, I've been recording too long. But I did get to notice my cards weren't on focus. Sorry about that. So anyway, my husband would go there and he would get his alcohol or whatever for, that he liked. I don't really like to drink myself. And he's not much of a drinker, but he likes to have, for taste. Anyway, he would be doing that, and I would go to these giveaways. Like, I'd be like signing up, and I would never think like anything would come of it. And then guess what? Last summer, I got a call from a weird number, and I almost didn't answer it, but I was like, what? Well, let me answer that. And I answered it, and it was the liquor store telling me I'd won a bicycle. I was like, what? Like, I never went into that thing thinking I would ever get anything. I thought, nothing will come of this situation. This is exactly what I thought. And it's like, sometimes when we really have no resistance like that, it's surprising what can happen. Like, it's just like, bam. And I'm not one of those people that believes if you want something desperately, it won't manifest. I really don't, because honestly, we're more likely when we're very consistent with something to get results. And usually consistency comes from passion and desire. So, I wouldn't discount that at all and say, oh, it's going to magically fall in your lap as soon as you wish it and you let it go. No, not usually. But this is the type of thing where there could be luck at play. We also have a reunion could bring, so there could be an old friend coming back into your life as well, like suddenly. Maybe it's like you never thought you'd talk again or see each other again, and it's a blessing because they come back and you're like, what? I never thought I would see you again, or I never thought we'd cross paths. We have the night. I almost said night. I don't know what I'm talking about. Unsuccessful plans here. We have older man. Compliments from an admirer and broken ring. Interesting. Okay, hold on real quick here. For some of you, you might actually have somebody come back from the past, like an old flame or something, or maybe somebody that liked you, maybe older. It doesn't have to be older like he's a senior citizen. It could just be somebody older than you, as an example. Well, that's interesting. There might be, maybe if you've broken up with somebody, especially specifically for some of you, there will be a compliment from somebody new, is what I'm getting, okay? So that's kind of specifics. I feel like that's not for everyone. I guess some people just need to hear something. We have new home, new attitude as well. Maybe for some of you, you're manifesting a new home. And there's some sort of progress there. We have you will receive a gift as well. So it makes me feel like, yeah, there's some sort of gift. You're getting something over these next 2 weeks. And we have peace and harmony. Yeah. And like it says that dissipates the negativity. Like, right, this card here, that witch card. So yeah, I could see a sense of peace and harmony coming over as well after this like shock. It's like, wow. Yeah, there's some good changes happening for you guys. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's take some of my blessing cards. One day I'll sell them when I get around to it. I haven't figured out a box situation. I don't know if I should do a cloth bag. I really don't prefer those, but I don't know. When I made the deck, I didn't think about that, and there's no pre-sized box that will fit this, and that's been my kind of drawback on it. So we have positive changes at home. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there's something good, a blessing happening around your home. Like your home life, like literally, like where you live. So it's either like maybe it could be new things for your kitchen, or maybe it's like getting cute decorations out, or it's like you're getting a new home or a new opportunity. There's something very good about that, okay? About your home life. And then we have here celebration. A celebration is coming. Okay, so there's something to celebrate. And then we have rekindle, a reconnection to the past. And so that goes along with that reunion. So there's some sort of rekindling or reunion over these next 2 weeks. And we have safe. You're feeling safe and secure. And that's interesting too, because even with this void of course moon, there might be something that you're worried about. Maybe you're worried about getting struck about something. Like maybe it's like you're afraid that you're going to maybe you said something and you're afraid it's going to come back to bite you or something like that. And it's like, no, you're fine. No, you don't worry. Release those fears. Nobody's out to get you. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to bite back at you. You're fine. Especially for those of you that are feeling very stressed about a situation and you're worried like, oh, are they gonna lay us off, or are they gonna do this, or are they gonna do that? No, you're fine. Everything's okay. Don't worry, like, at all. Okay? Anyway, that's your reading. I really do hope this is helpful, and I wish you all the very, very best. If you want to get a reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is linked up in the description box. And, of course, you can get exclusive pick a card content here on my channel in the members area. So you can subscribe there. But anyway, you guys, have a beautiful and blessed day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.